Hi everyone, welcome to Module 3, Creating a PowerPoint Presentation. Open up 13-1 and we'll take a look at the first presentation. This is called Normal View, where the very first slide that's showing is the active slide, and you can tell because it matches what's on the title to what's on the slide, and it also has a red box around the border. If I were to click slide 2, that would be the active slide, and it has the red border around it. It also tells you at the bottom how many slides there are, slide 2 of 7. You can advance to slides by clicking over on the right-hand side on the bottom where it has double arrows for next slide and then double arrows for previous slide. Or you can just click the actual slides. These are called thumbnails, the miniature pictures of the slides. This is called Normal View. If you click View on the tab bar, you can see that you're in a normal view. This is called outline view, and it's more text rather than pictures, and that's something that you probably would use if you were creating a research project. Slide sorter is when you would probably check the order of the slides, and if you wanted to move slides around, you could do it very easily. But then there's normal view. If you wanted to see a slideshow of the 7 slides, on the bottom status bar is a button, slideshow. You would click that and you'd actually have a slideshow, and you'd go through all your slides. This particular design is called Ion, and if you click the Design tab and you hover over the first one, Ion is what's used for all these slides. And if you click the down arrow for more slide designs, as you hover over each one, you get a little preview of what your presentation would look like with certain slides. But we'll keep it in the design view. So go ahead and close out of this without saving. And you can choose File and choose New. And we're going to do a blank presentation. When you open up a blank presentation, it's in what's called Office View, so there is no design, and we'll work on that later. There's always one slide that becomes available, and that's the title slide. So what we'll do is we'll click Home, and then we'll choose the layout. We'll actually choose New slide, and the one that we want for slide 2 is called To Content, where there's an area for a title and then 2 separate pieces. Usually you put text on one side and a picture or diagram on another. So To Content is another popular layout style. So click that. When you click the top of it, you're going to get a repeat of that To Content slide. So we'll do it 3 times. So now you should have 5 slides. We'll go back to slide 1, and when you click where it says click to add title, those are called placeholders, and you click there and you actually type what you would like there. So this one is called Funding Plan. Then you'll click the subtitle and type Peppers Green Basket. And that's for slide 1, the title slide. So you have a main title and a subtitle. Then we'll click slide 2, and for the title for slide 2, you will type Y, Peppers, Green Basket, with a question mark. And then click where it has click to add text, and you'll type High Quality. Press Enter, and you will type Low Prices, Enter, and Local. Then we'll go on to slide 3. The title for slide 3 is Our Values, and then we'll click where it says to add text, and we type Sustainable, Enter, Fair Trade, Enter, Natural or Organic. And then move on to slide 4. Slide 4 title will be Our Plan. Click to add title on the left-hand side. New Classes. Enter. Hire Outreach Coordinator. Enter. And Cafe Expansion. And then the last one, slide 5. Funding Needed, 300,000 and there'll be no items for the bullet on this one. Let's go back to slide 2, double click local and put it in bold, and then we'll go back to slide 1 and we'll select Pepper's Green Basket, the subtitle. If you notice when you select it, the box around it is a dotted box. If you actually take the 4 arrows with the mouse and click on the line, it changes to a solid line so that everything that we do in this particular placeholder box will change for us. So for this one, they're going to change the font type to Viner, V-I-N-E-R, and it's the last one, Viner Hand ITC. And what you'll also do is change the font size to 40 and the font color to, and the standard colors, green. And then we'll choose the title. Again, click on the border so it's solid. And this one will change the alignment of it. Right now it's at the bottom of the placeholder. If you choose align text, choose middle. The size for this will be 80. Next, we'll choose a design for our theme instead of the plain office theme. So choose design and then click the more button for themes. And then as you hover over each one, it gives you the name of the theme. And then in the background, you see what it would look like for your presentation. And for this particular one, they're looking for what's called Retrospect. So go ahead and click that. And if you wanted to see a preview of it, you could click slideshow at the top in the quick access toolbar, and then you can get a quick preview of what this would look like, your slideshow presentation so far in Retrospect. And then what we'll do is we'll go to slide 2 and select those bullet items and change the font size to 28, and do the same for slide 3. And select bulleted items, change the size so it's larger, easier to see, 28. Slide 4, same thing, font size 28. And then we'll go back to the title and then click the subtitle. Right now the subtitle's in uppercase, all of it, the title, so if you select it, go to the home button. There's actually a feature where it's called change case, and you could choose just capitalize each word instead of all caps. And then also in design, we did choose Retrospect, but over on the far right hand side, there's what's called variants, and you could have the same theme but with different colors. And there's 4 to choose from, but if you wanted more, you would click the more button and colors, and you could choose a color palette. For this particular one, they want the green to match the title, so select the second one. So it's still Retrospect, but it's in the green color. Click slide 2, and then we're going to choose on the right hand side the icon that says online picture, and then we'll type in the Bing image search carrot, and we'll select the very first carrot that appears. So click that and then insert. Since the picture is selected, we're in Picture Tools format, and we'll choose height. Instead of 4.4, we'll just have 3 inches and press enter. And then you can center it in the middle of the slide. And then we're going to put a feature called a shadow effect. So if you, while your picture's still selected, choose Picture Effects, choose shadow, and then we'll come down to Perspective, and we want Perspective diagonal upper right. And it has a little shadow background to it. Next, we'll go back to slide 1, and we're going to insert a shape on slide 1. Click Insert, and then in the Illustrations group, choose Shapes. In the Basic Shapes group, choose Bevel. And it doesn't matter what size you make it, just hold and drag, and we're actually going to choose from the Drawing Tools format. The height will be 1 inch. Whoops. The height will be 1 inch, enter, and the width will be 2, enter. And then from Shape Styles, click the down arrow, which is more options, and the one the book is asking for is called Light 1 Outline Colored Fill Green Accent 4. And then while the shape is selected, just go ahead and type 2017 and then select it. and they want the size of the 2017 to be 24, and then in bold. And then you can click away to see what you've just created. And if you want to move the shape to the upper right corner, you can. And that to move it, make sure you have the 4 arrows and move and drag. Next, we'll choose slide 3, and then we'll choose the symbol here that is insert a Smart Art graphic, and then choose process. And the one they're looking for is called circle arrow process. And when you select it, you get a picture of what you've just selected, and then you get a description of when you would use this particular Smart Art feature. Go ahead and click OK. For the first one, you'll type nourish. For the next one, the middle circle, you will type sustain. And then for the last one, type protect. And then before we leave, if you wanted to select a different color, in the color changes, you could select anything you'd like. Also in the Smart Art styles, there are different 3D effects if you wanted to select. Okay. Next we'll go into slide 4. For slide 4, we're actually going to change the layout. So click the Layout tab and choose Title and Content rather than To Content. Title and Content. So you just have the one side of information. And we're actually going to change this into a Smart Art pyramid. So actually select the 3 listed items, right click, choose Convert to Smart Art, and then we'll choose Pyramid List. And again, if you wanted to change the colors of the pyramid, you could. If you wanted to change the Smart Art 3-dimensional shape, you can do that as well. In the last slide, slide 5, we'll also change that to Title Content Layout. So click Layout and choose Title Content. And for this one, we're actually going to create a table. So choose Insert Table. And we're just going to change it to 2 columns and 4 rows. And OK, and then we'll fill in the information that's on page 242. Tab to move to the next cell. Next, what you'll do is click the edge of the table to select the entire table, and then you'll go to Table Tools Layout, and we'll choose the size. The height will be 2, and the width will be 6. Enter. And then with it still selected, choose Home and change the font size to 28, so it does the entire table. And then we'll drag it with the 4 arrows to the center, and you get a line right in the center of the table. And then we'll click out of it. Then we'll choose Insert and choose in the text group header or footer, and then you'll check off the footer box, and you'll actually type your name, first and last, and then Apply to All. And you'll notice in the bottom border, your name should be on all the slides. Go ahead and save and submit. Thank you.